In this video, I'm going to take a look at creating some content on our HTML page, adding some text and things into our content. So here I want to create a div with the ID equals output so that we have an element that we can add content to. We don't need to put anything inside of here, just making sure that this element is on the page is going to let us add some content into that. So here in our JavaScript, instead of alerting what we have here, I want to get our document dot get element by ID, and then the ID that we gave that element, which was output. And then I want to change the inner HTML of that element. I want to set that equal to whatever we got from that prompt return, or from that prompt, which we set in our prompt return variable. So now I want to save my JavaScript. I'm going to come over here, refresh my page, add in my name, press OK, and now we see nothing happened. We don't have any content on the page other than that button. We can look at this. We can see this looks right. This should be working. What happened? Something we can do now is, I'm in Google Chrome. You can hit the F12 key to pull up our browser developer tools. And that can tell us uncaught type error, cannot set property inner HTML of null. So that tells me that for some reason the JavaScript was not able to find that element. So there's a couple of things that could have happened. One, maybe I didn't save my HTML file, but I can see here I did. So the problem is that, as I mentioned before, the browser is loading up this HTML, it gets to this script, and then it's coming over here and it's running this script before it continues on loading the rest of this content. So that being said, what's happening is that it's getting to this document.getElementById output, but when this script gets run, this div with the ID of output doesn't exist yet. There are a couple of ways that we can handle making sure that that is available. We can move the script to somewhere below that div element that we're working with so that we know that it is available at that point. So now when I come in here, I refresh my page. I'm going to leave this as Barry Allen. We can see that did get put onto the page because that JavaScript is running after that element is created. I can go ahead and put this back in the head section, and instead of moving it somewhere below that, I can use the defer attribute so that now when this runs, it's going to defer loading of this JavaScript until the document's ready, until everything on that page is loaded. So now with that up there, that still works because I have that defer value or defer attribute set. So instead of running this HTML, loading it up, hitting this and stopping, it hits this, it sees defer. So it kind of puts this, in the back of the line so that it can continue loading the rest of this HTML and then load this script and start running whatever's inside of there. That way we don't have to worry about some of those elements not being created yet. And again, we can see this is my name. whatever we put into that is getting set to that variable that we are then adding into the HTML for the page.